So I'd like to welcome everyone back to the Fairweather Farmer channel. We're starting a little bit of a newer series here. We're going to start on Elm Creek. I know, it's an older map. It's one of the originals. But I kind of wanted to go back and just kind of do the original. Do a little start from scratch on the original. Kind of take it back. Use a little bit of mods that we didn't have in the beginning. And kind of see what we can do with it. I know some of the newer maps, they've got a lot more crop types and all that, but sometimes it's just good to take it back. So I hope you guys will join me along this route as we go down. And as you can see, we're starting with 30,000. We're kind of playing it off that we just got dropped off at the diner by the bus at the gas station here. We don't really have any money. We're new to the area. Unfortunately, it's already around harvest time, and we don't really have a whole lot of money to go around and buying land. But that could help us because farmers are going to try and start selling their land after they harvest it if they don't want to farm it anymore. So we'll see what we can get moving in this series here. I don't know what's up with this guy that keeps walking by. He's making some hard passes. I was setting up for the series here a little bit and been sitting here. I'm not even lying. He's probably walked by like 5 or 6 times. See, here he comes back. He must have some hard thoughts he's pacing off. Anyway, like I said, I hope you guys continue to join me. We'll jump right into it here and we'll get on with it. I appreciate you guys coming back. Alright, well, I had just finished my lunch when I was walking over here to the gas station, and there was this nice man that walked up, asked how I was doing, and said he didn't recognize me. I told him I was new to the area, and he asked if I had found work yet. I said no. And he asked if I'd be willing to do a job for him real quick. He doesn't have much time to get it done, but he wants to get it done pretty quickly. And I was like, it depends on what it is. And he asked if I'd ever operate a tractor, and I was like, I did for my grandpa when I was younger. And he's like, well, we can give it a trial run. I'll show you how to do it, and I'll send you off. I was like, well, that sounds fine with me, mister. So I'll bring up my phone here. It's this Mr. Sanford here. Apparently there's a couple other people that are asking around for some jobs, but Mr. Sanford was the guy who asked me. He told me on field 9 he needs some fertilizing done. And down at the shop, there should be a tractor and a spreader. And he would get them filled up. And that way I could take it up to field 9 and get it all finished and returned for him, that he would appreciate it. And that he would arrange to get me payment. So we're going to do that one. He was a pretty nice man. So I'm going to take off walking, go pick up the tractor. Whenever I get it picked up, I'll join you guys again. We got the tractor all picked up, and we got 2,000 liters of solid fertilizer in there. I know it doesn't look like much in the very bottom. Hopefully that should be enough to get her done. He did show us how to use it, how to get it all flipped on. So this is definitely a lot nicer tractor than I ever used on my grandpa's farm. It's some kind of Valtra of some kind. And we got the Bredal spreader here. That car didn't even stop. And they're gonna slam on the brakes in front of me. Typical. So we're going to get over here to field 9. It's just up by the farm store is what he told me. He kind of gave me some directions on how to get there. Or some kind of family market or something. He said to turn right after the animal dealer and to go up out that way. And to go towards the red building. Hopefully this is where he meant. Alright, so based on the handwritten map he showed me, we go down this road here, and then apparently down this gravel track. And it should be the last field. That's what he said. Which, based on my calculations, would be this one here. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Oh, we made a lot more than I thought. 3,241. So this reimbursement, somewhere I filled up the thing. I'll take that off once we get the contract on here, because I already reimbursed myself, so I'll take that off once I get this accepted. So 2335 I will take off, and I will be right back. So after we completed it, we end with 32,940. So it's a pretty good little total for the work that we did. And I called him, and he said he would just come and get his tractor. They had already serviced it before I got there. So. Field 28 could use fertilizer. I don't mind doing the fertilizer ones. They're not terrible. I wouldn't mind doing the harvesting ones, but we don't have anywhere to put the extra, so we would have to sell the extras, kind of like a little bonus. Kind of like why I like the fertilizer. So I think we're going to do this one on 75 for Mr. Hammond. And there's one on 80. So we could do the 75. And while we're doing 75, we could do 80. So it's not really much different between the two. Obviously this one's $65, that one's $332 that you'd be penalized. You get basically the same thing. So I'm going to borrow the tractor from Mr. Durham there. I'll do Mr. Durham and Mr. Hammond's, as long as he's fine with it. So borrow that one, accept that one. So I'm going to get a ride over to the store. Apparently everyone just likes to keep their tractors at the store. Or they're getting them all serviced right before harvest. So I'll get a ride over there. I'll join you again whenever I get to 75. So we just arrived at 75 here. We're about to get started. It's pretty tall to be using this type of equipment, but hey, he said it was alright. The spreader obviously has a lot wider spread than the one I was using just previously. Should only have to make a couple passes. And we did buy the fertilizer for this one. So 75 is finished. 80 should be right down over here. Should be the green field over there, just on the other side of this this field that's ready for harvest. I think we might be able to just knock this one out in one swipe. Sure seemed that way. Yep, it's done. So while we got this, and he said if we have any other contracts, we could use it on them. So this one we can complete, because this is the one we're releasing. $63 isn't that far away. We could go do it real quick before we return it. So we'll go do that one. Didn't mean to cut across the field like that. So we'll cut over here to 63 and we'll talk to you again once we get there. So I'm thinking if we get that 11,000, we might be able to get to a point to where we could get a small tractor and then maybe do some contract work or some custom work with that tractor to where we can afford our own piece of land. So if we get to the point to where we can own a piece of land, then we can start working it and still do custom work. For those of you that don't know, custom work is just basically work that isn't done. It's done by another farmer that is not on his own land. It's just what they call it. So we'll pick up another bag here. and get it added in. So then we will get over here to 32. And we'll time lapse that until it's done. I'm not gonna make you set through all of 32. So, go through the little river crossing here. So this is 32 here. So we'll get started on it. Go over quite a ways, couple rows. So then we'll run on this for a while, and a time lapse, and then by the end of that we'll see what money we have and explore our options at the shop. Then we'll probably end this episode there. So see you guys on the other side of this time lapse.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, put your hand to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
So welcome back. We got that field done. As you saw, I had to add like an extra 100 liters of solid fertilizer in to finish it. I took $200 out for that. So it's probably a little more than I needed to, but you know what? It was more of a convenience fee that someone had to bring it to me, so. So we'll take this back to the shop and get it parked up over here and get it returned. Everything shut off. We'll pull it up here. So we got our 11,000 and our 400. So that puts us at 45,500 basically. $1 short of it. So we're gonna go look at some sales catalogs here. I'm not quite sure. We're definitely going to be in the small tractor range if I was to guess. So quite honestly, we don't have many options, which I didn't figure we would. We've got the 4000 series, which starts at 80 and goes to 101. Got the 5403, which is 66 horsepower. We've got the Massey Ferguson series. Got the New Holland TL80, TL100. So I do like this 4x4 configuration in case we would do tillage. 4x2 is alright. I do really like this one. So in order to get the 150, it'd be an extra 9,000, which would put it out of our range. could take it from 99 to 105. That wouldn't really be worth it. Let's see what wheel brands we can get here. Wish you can get the Narrows, which we would need if we were going to go in the wrong direction there. We would need the narrow tires if we were going to do a bunch of fertilizing. Some weird configurations there. So basically, in order to get the narrow tires, you have to get the trailer board, which are these. So I'd like to just do the standard lizards for right now. We don't need fenders. Front weight would probably be helpful. Take the new design there. It's an extra 500, but that's fine. Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. Sure. Definitely not. Don't really care, don't really care. This will be nice at some point. We like the darker glass, but not for $1,200. Rim color is free if we go black. I like it. So I think we're gonna buy this for 39,800. I probably went a little overkill with the cabin and everything. They always say if you're gonna get a tractor, why not get a cabin on it? You'll always regret it later. So that's gonna be our nice, wonderful Massey Ferguson there. So I'll see you guys on the next episode. We should be back in the next couple days with it. So until then, you guys have fun out there doing your own farming on your own farming simulators.